Hey, it's Mahiru.
Hey, what's up?
Did you hear? They're putting all of the classes online and making everyone go home. I gotta go. I have to call my parents.
Oh my gosh, it's a video?
Look at you, a college freshman.
Okay.
Just a few
Mom.
more pictures.
I think we're fine. We're done with pictures.
Good. Good morning, class of 2021. My name is Amanda Kaplan. I served as the student body president this past year, and I am graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in public policy from the Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy. Congratulations, class of 2021, and welcome to the Big House, whether you are joining us in person or virtually. It is so exciting to have so many friends and families with us. It has been quite the year, hasn't it? Despite the challenges of the past 15 months, we're fortunate that we also experienced normal campus life pre-COVID, from in-person classes to amazing social, cultural, and athletic events. Today's ceremony honors our hard work from this past year, but from all of our years as members of the University of Michigan community. Looking out, it is so exciting to see everyone in their caps and gowns, a welcome reminder that despite the unique challenges of this year, we are now part of a long and cherished University of Michigan tradition, spring commencement. And so it is now my pleasure to welcome one of the leaders who made today's celebration possible, Dr. Mark Schlissel, the 14th President of the University of Michigan. Welcome, President Schlissel.
Thank you, Amanda. Hello and congratulations, graduates. I want to take this moment to say thank you for being here, not just today at Michigan Stadium, but here at Michigan. Michigan graduates have always led the way in our world when we needed discovery, artistry, activism, and service. This year, the class of 2021 also gave us resilience and innovation. You were relentless through more than a year of difficulties, and you finished strong. Just in the last month, you brought home a national championship in women's gymnastics. You provided free transportation to our vaccine clinics. You gave us insights and meaning through our poetry blast. You will forever be Michigan Wolverines. Before I invite the chair of our Board of Regents, Denise Ilitch, to speak, I want to acknowledge all of the regents, deans, and academic leaders who are watching remotely and those who are here today. Let's give them a round of applause. And a special shout out to the 160 staff members and volunteers who've made the stadium event possible today. Congratulations, graduates, and go blue!
Thank you, President Schlissel. On behalf of my colleagues on the Board of Regents, I am delighted to join you all in this time of celebration. Graduates, you did it! You persevered through a devastating pandemic that has altered college student experiences across the globe, especially those of you nearing the end of your college journey. Today, we come together to celebrate you, to reflect on your journeys, and to cherish the most memorable years of your lives. Remember to thank those who have supported you along the way. They may not be physically here with you today, though they are certainly beaming with joy, celebrating you at this very moment as they too rejoice in your success. As regents, we are in awe of your many scholarly achievements. Your interactions with faculty and fellow students from around the world have broadened your perspective on life and equipped you to excel in our increasingly diverse world. And I am confident that your world-class Michigan education has prepared you to continue to make real and meaningful change in the world, no matter what career path you choose. Today, you leave this stadium and join one of the largest and most influential alumni networks in the world. We hope that you, like thousands of Michigan grads before you, will return to campus often to visit. Wherever you go, please remember that we are extremely proud of you and wish you the very best. Congratulations, class of 2021. Good luck and go blue! It is now my pleasure to introduce Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Susan Collins. Thank you.
Thank you, Regent Ilitch. Hello, graduates. It is wonderful to be with you today, virtually and in person. And I am absolutely delighted to join President Schlissel and Regent Ilitch in welcoming you to Spring Commencement 2021. It's time to turn the spotlight on you, to celebrate your accomplishments as smart, talented individuals and as the creative, purposeful, and tenacious class of 2021. Many of you arrived on campus in 2017, the university's bicentennial year. And throughout your time here, you have continued to shape Michigan for its third century. You've embraced new ways of learning and helped to develop the tools that support it. You've engaged as partners with communities around the world, learning from and with people of many backgrounds and experiences. Through performances, projects, student organizations, you have developed skills for tackling complex problems and addressing them effectively. As you leave us, take with you the deep learning and the steadfast commitment to the world that are hallmarks of a Michigan education. They will be a strong foundation on which you will build lives of meaning and value. We send you off today knowing that you are well equipped to challenge the present and enrich the future, and you will always be the leaders and best. Congratulations! And now, I ask Amanda to take the mic and introduce our formal program.
Hi again. I am excited to officially kick off the first virtual spring commencement in Michigan's 204-year history. Today's ceremony is a tribute to each of you and to our classmates around the world who are receiving their degrees today. This gathering is also a toast to the future as we celebrate attaining important academic milestones and forge ahead on what promises to be an amazing journey. So let the ceremony begin, and always go blue.
On behalf of the faculty, thank you for joining us at Spring Commencement. My name is Colleen Conway, and I am the chair of the University of Michigan Faculty Senate and a professor of music education in the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. I'm standing here in the Michigan Union, which was opened in 1919. History was made on the front steps. In the early morning of October 14, 1960, then presidential nominee John Kennedy gave an impromptu speech that ultimately launched the Peace Corps. Today, some 60 years later, I offer my congratulations to you, the University of Michigan class of 2021. We, as a faculty, commend you for the strength and resilience you have demonstrated over your time here at Michigan. And in the same way that Kennedy went forth from our campus to make great change in the world, we trust that each and every one of you will go on to make your own great change wherever it is that your journey takes you next. In preparation for today, and in connecting with the historic speech from Kennedy, I explored some materials from the Peace Corps to find that their motto is, make the most of your world. The Peace Corps suggests that the way to do this is by working for the world and taking on new challenges. These ideas seem to be appropriate recommendations for graduates in 2021 who have seen how accessible the world has become and how inspiring many people in our world have been in responding to the new challenges brought forth in our global society. Make the most of your world and take on new challenges. You are ready to make a contribution to these new challenges in this new world. At this time, we ask that you all please rise, if you are able, for the singing of our national anthem by Anna Sather Hart, a master's candidate in vocal performance in the School of Music, Theater, and Dance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To the Wolverine class of 2021, greetings from the International Space Station 250 miles above the Earth. My name is Mike Hopkins, NASA astronaut and colonel in the United States Space Force. What an honor to be part of Michigan's 2021 virtual commencement ceremony. I am pleased to recognize and thank all our veterans for your service and congratulate the 40 ROTC graduates who were commissioned yesterday. You joined thousands of officers in all branches of military service who received their commissions at Michigan. In less time than it takes the space station to orbit the Earth, which is about 90 minutes, all of you during this ceremony will make a huge leap from student to proud Michigan alum. Many of you were infants in 1998 when the first segment of the space station, the most ambitious international collaboration ever undertaken, was launched. The space station makes it possible to do research that can't be done elsewhere, including learning what happens to the body when people live in microgravity for a long time. Our ultimate goal? To explore other worlds, first with robots, later with human footprints that maybe one of you will make. Coming out of college, I had the goal of becoming an astronaut. However, achieving that goal took a little longer than I originally thought. Over the course of 12 years, I applied to the astronaut program 4 times. The first 3 times ended with rejection letters and doubts about whether I had what it takes to get selected. However, with a little grit and resilience, I kept going and got selected on that 4th attempt in 2009. All of you graduating today have also shown you have a little bit of resilience. The past year and a half has been full of challenges, and yet you overcame those challenges while still completing your degree requirements. Now it is time for you to go after those postgraduate goals. No matter what your career path, you are going to have moments that require some resilience. I trust all of you, including our son, Air Force Second Lieutenant Ryan Hopkins, who is receiving his Bachelor of Science in Engineering today, will lean on your experiences at Michigan to get through those difficult times. I am confident the University of Michigan will be a highlight in your remarkable journey. You are off to a terrific start. Congratulations.
Thank you, Colonel Hopkins, for sharing in today's festivities and making Michigan's first virtual commencement a truly beyond the stratosphere event. I am Gabby Rathman, and I'm receiving a Bachelor of Arts degree in Middle East Studies from the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts. As a previous commander of UM's Air Force ROTC Cadet Wing, I would like to congratulate all our ROTC graduates. It is now my pleasure to introduce student speaker Rigoberto Vasquez, who is receiving a Master of Science degree in Nuclear Engineering and Radiological Science from the College of Engineering.
Buenos dias. My name is Rigoberto Vasquez Jr. I'm a proud member of the LGBTQ community and a first-generation Mexican-American graduate student. I would like to start by thanking my family, my friends, and the amazing U of M faculty and staff. Without their commitment, I would not be graduating today. Michigan opens doors to new areas of unexpected study and knowledge. For instance, a clinical practicum at the University Hospital was so satisfying that I decided to change my field of study for my PhD. And the research I did with my advisor, Dr. Ariela Shekovina, was instrumental in opening up my future as a scholar and as a researcher. If you have stories about your favorite classes and lab experiences, please share it with us using the hashtag MGoGrad on social media. With that said, just know that whatever your experience, remember you are here because you've earned it. I would like to thank U of M support programs, particularly the Care Center and Counseling Services known as CAPS. They help serve a diverse student body, including people like me who had to deal with difficult life experiences. Recently, I was diagnosed with a severe COVID-19 infection. I spent 2 weeks in intensive care in California. It was a horrible experience. So to my friends and relatives who helped me return to health, por eso se los agradezco mucho. I would also like to thank my department and the many U of M faculty and staff who checked on me regularly. They helped me return to Ann Arbor, enabling me to get back to work in the lab and achieve my academic goals. So with that being said, don't ever let anyone or anything shatter your dreams. And remember to work every day as if you never had any type of success before. That way you not only stay grounded, but you are focused on the pursuit of your goal. Congratulations to the class of 2021, and as we say in nuclear engineering, go blue. It is now my distinct honor to introduce Provost Susan Collins.
Good afternoon. I'm Susan Collins, Provost and Professor of Public Policy and Economics. I'm speaking from the Harlan Hatcher Graduate Library, named for Dr. Hatcher, who served as president of the university from 1951 to 1967. This building is the physical representation of the university's commitment to preserving and advancing knowledge in every field. Let us begin with joyous congratulations to the class of 2021. You did it. Today, you become graduates of the University of Michigan, and I am so delighted to welcome each of you to this spring commencement ceremony and to share this celebration with you. You've worked hard and accomplished so much. We could not be more proud of you. Let me also recognize the many people who've played critical roles in your success. So to all of the family members, friends, and university teachers whose contributions have been essential, your love and support have been especially important throughout the past year. So I join the graduates in thanking you for the many, many ways you have helped them reach this special day. The past 14 months have been filled with challenges for each of us as individuals, as members of communities, and as part of an interconnected global society. The pandemic has brought great hardship, and we especially mourn those we have lost. It has also deepened our understanding of the impact of racism in our society, from inequity in healthcare to daily acts of harassment and discrimination directed at racial and ethnic groups. Our sense of the urgency of climate solutions increased as we saw forest fires and severe weather events occur around the world. The future is filled with uncertainty. How we respond to them will shape our world for generations. You, the rising generation of thinkers and doers, will develop and implement our responses, and this gives me great hope. You're well prepared to imagine, to invent, and to lead in this unknowable future. Looking back over the past year and how you, our students, have responded to so many challenges, I think of the words of novelist Stacey Lee, who wrote, "You cannot control the wind, but you can control your sails." And this is what you've done, adapting to changing circumstances and conditions and finding new ways to achieve your goals and contribute to the world. You've responded with creativity and innovative ideas while demonstrating deep-seated resilience and resourcefulness. In your classes, engaged education projects, and student organizations, you've collaborated with your peers across different fields, approaching complex problems together. You've learned from each other's perspectives and challenged one another to think creatively and expansively. These experiences position you for success in whatever you undertake in your lives. In activities as different as building solar cars, ensuring access to ballots, and developing art at home projects for school children, you've demonstrated new ways to accomplish work that matters to the world. And you've prompted all of us to think about what we value in our lives and how we can continue these activities in meaningful ways. Your passion and your ingenuity inspire us and give us confidence in our shared future. You're ready now to move to the next phase of your lives. And as you leave us, I want to share with you a small and to me inspiring piece of Maya Angelou's poem, On the Pulse of the Morning. The poem recognizes the long history of inequality and other challenges that have faced and shaped this country. It then encourages us to contribute to the world with these words. The horizon leans forward, offering you space to place new steps of change. As you step towards the future, I wish you opportunities to think creatively throughout your life, work that challenges and sustains you, lasting friendships and collaborations, especially those that began here at Michigan, and the happiness that comes with living life well. With pride and joy, we welcome you to the Michigan alumni family. Now, please enjoy the video that celebrates just some of the many, many accomplishments of today's graduates.
When you think of success, what do you think of? Do you hear speeches that move mountains and mold minds? Words that encircle the pursuit of power? Do buzzer beaters and corner offices land in your brain? Excellence measured in decimal points? These feats, serenaded by the hum of brilliant minds, churning, growing, innovating. Speaking as the voice of our generation, their names up in lights. It is a melodic chatter, turning heads of passers-by, in a world where the future outruns the present. Do you see history being changed? precedents shattered by the shards of the glass ceiling, red tape painted over, the youthful upswell, rewriting what's possible. Who are these individuals that spur greatness? Do you place yourself among these dreamers, molded by your own hands, living beyond the horizon? Because in the distance, a subtler victory hides, brushed under the rug, yet lingering within us. Victory punctuated by seconds, not lifetimes, existing in the in-between. The moments that hold anticipation in your lungs, the air steady for just a moment, when the slightest breath can tip the scale, and then you exhale. When you sit at the end of this experience, think, what brought you intoxicating joy? What made your heart full? Laughter exceeding labor, accidental becoming eternal, bruises healed, tears wiped, hearts rebuilt. It can be easy to remember the legends, the moments of glory, reels of midnight revelry. Yet in the diaries of our past, we find another truth, a truth no less small, but deserving of the same bold lettering, a truth composed of people. Now let me ask you, what's your headline?
My name is Areem Lee. I will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts degree in sociology. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of the University of Michigan is support. While it took assistance from many people to help me arrive at Michigan, I'm glad to say the support didn't stop with my acceptance. From learning about research opportunities as a first-year student and finding my way to my first class in Angel Hall, to discovering the importance of CVs when applying for jobs, I had the support of knowledgeable fellow Wolverines. I came to Michigan, in part, because of the opportunity to conduct research through the Undergraduate Research Opportunity Program. For me, it was a great decision and a terrific experience. What were some of your favorite UM experiences? Please tell us about them on social media using the hashtag #MGoGrad. A generous Europe mentor piqued my interest in sociology, which led to sociology classes where I learned about inequality among under-resourced communities. Those experiences led to the School of Social Work, where I'll begin a master's program this fall. The path I took to where I am now would not have been possible without the relentless support of mentors, professors, graduate student instructors, friends, and people who believed in me and my worth. Michigan is forever going to be my home away from home. It is now my privilege to introduce the 14th president of the University of Michigan, President Mark Schlissel.
Thank you, Areem. Class of 2021, I begin today by thanking you. You deserve our most vigorous congratulations, but first and foremost, I express our gratitude. You stuck with us during a very difficult period, for you as students and as human beings, and for us as a university. You had so much taken from you, but you've also given us so much. Your strength and perseverance, your curiosity and courage, your intellect and excellence. You've challenged yourselves to make it to the finish line, and you've challenged me to think differently. So thank you, and congratulations to the great University of Michigan, class of 2021. I've spent a lot of time in recent weeks considering what to discuss in this address, and I've gotten plenty of advice from you. Please stop sending us long emails. Don't dwell on the negative. Celebrate our achievements. We want to look to the future. I've taken all this to heart, so today I want to express my optimism for the future. Class of 2021, spring in Michigan has arrived, and with your graduation, into a changing world. I'm hopeful because your graduation matters to our society, as we are, by many measures, the top public research university in the country. In essence, your Michigan education is a passport to reshape the world. This is especially true after more than a year in which we were focused on just living instead of experiencing life. A year in which we experienced fears around COVID-19 and violence in this country motivated by hate and white supremacy. It was a year of turmoil, but it was also transformative. And now, as we celebrate your commencement, we also have a great deal of hope because of everything you've accomplished while you've been here. The story of the class of 2021 is one of human potential, and it's bolstered by the transformative power of education and research. When I consider how much you've accomplished during the pandemic, it makes me very much miss being in the classroom. Months ago, you made hand sanitizer in our labs to help flatten the curve, and now you're helping us put shots in arms in Michigan Stadium. You've discovered new ways to bring the healing and nurturing benefits of the arts into our lives, into the lives of students and people in our communities who craved a connection to life. As part of our School of Social Work's 100th birthday celebration, you're leveraging the discipline's unique combination of heart and mind to effect systemic change through the pursuit of social justice. You're marking our School of Education centennial as well, with examinations of access and diversity, and providing resources to help K-12 teachers and students learn remotely. In public health, you've collaborated with our county health department and advised Michigan's governor to make our pandemic response better. And in multiple schools and colleges, including LSA and engineering, you responded to the COVID-19 Campus Challenge with ideas for how to help your classmates. Many of you were on the front lines of the COVID-19 battle, treating patients in our hospitals and clinics before it was even declared a pandemic. Hail to the front lines. Hail also to our researchers, and that's many of you too. Just look at the body of knowledge that's been created about a disease that was totally unknown a year and a half ago. U of M researchers have published more than 1,000 papers on COVID-19, so you already have a head start on using your Michigan education to reshape the world. I want to use the rest of my time to call upon you to address another crisis we face in a future we all share. Climate change, caused by human activity, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, is the defining scientific and social challenge of our age. It is truly global and all-encompassing, with major ongoing threats to human life, economic prosperity, and social justice. I've heard many of the same arguments against action that were used during the pandemic. The denial of the science, that the solutions are far worse than the problem, that government should not be telling us what to do. Global climate change will impact where, how, and even if we live. It breeds new diseases, increases the frequency and intensity of natural disasters, and collapses food webs. It disrupts the global economy, and similar to a pandemic, it disproportionately affects disadvantaged populations. So my call to action today is both communal and personal. We again face the choice of succumbing to fear and base instincts of self-preservation. Or we can embrace a path informed by research, education, and a commitment to environmental justice. You can transform the world with your Michigan passport, as many of you are already doing. Your advocacy and intellectual achievements have informed and inspired U of M's new approach to our endowment. We are committed to achieving a net zero endowment and discontinuing investments associated with greenhouse gases and fossil fuels. We will also achieve carbon neutrality as a university. Our President's Commission on Carbon Neutrality has put forward many outstanding recommendations to achieve neutrality in all scopes of greenhouse gas emissions. I know many of you contributed to those recommendations and helped get us on the path to success. A carbon-neutral University of Michigan is an important first step, but we need to help the rest of society get there too. We will not solve the climate crisis if we're merely an island in a rising sea of apathy and inaction. We need all of you to apply your talents, the skills you've learned here in every academic discipline, to continue to address this problem, and get your families, friends, and future employers on board to help ensure that the cherished Michigan values of research, education, and service prevail. This is how we change the world. Class of 2021, as you graduate into a changing world, you've earned a passport to shape it for the better. You are the leaders and best of today and the vanguard of a brighter tomorrow. Congratulations to the University of Michigan class of 2021. Go discover, go achieve, go serve, and go blue.
Sing to the colors that float in the light, hurrah for the yellow and blue. Yellow the stars as they ride through the night and reel in a rollicking crew. Yellow the fields where ripens the grain, and yellow the moon on the harvest wain. Hail to the colors that float in the light, hurrah for the yellow and blue. Yellow and blue, hurrah for the yellow and Blue are the billows that bow to the sun when yellow robe morning is due. Blue are the curtains that evening is spun at sunset, a glorious hue.
Blue are the blossoms to memory dear, and blue is the sapphire and gleams like a tear. Hail to the ribbons that nature has spun, hurrah for the yellow and blue. Yellow and blue, hurrah for the yellow and yellow the fields where ripens the blossoms, yellow the green garlands of bluebells and amazing tortoise and the garlands of bluebells, hearts that are true and voices of Hail to the college whose colors we wear, hurrah for the yellow and blue. Yellow and blue, hurrah for the yellow and blue.
Throughout our history, the authority to grant all University of Michigan degrees has been vested in the Board of Regents. We shall now confer degrees honoris causa, which have been recommended by the faculties and authorized by the Regents of the University. Members of the Board of Regents will present honorary degree recipients.
Mr. Caillou, as an early and key contributor to web development, you anticipated how advances in information technology could propel scientific research and other collaborative ventures, make knowledge more accessible to wider audiences, and bring people together. Your commitment to public access to information and tenacity in building and sustaining a community to support web development have enabled explosive growth of the web, with enormous consequences for science, education, government, and politics. The University of Michigan is proud to present to you the honorary degree Doctor of Science.
Dear Mr. President, dear members of the Board of Regents, it's a great honor for me to receive this special degree from you today. I thank you very much. Dear graduates, congratulations on your new status. You are at the start of your careers and very difficult times lie ahead. What to do? At the end of a visit to CERN, a journalist once said to me this: "Amazing, here are people who change their minds in the face of evidence." And yes, it is unusual. It's hard work and it takes courage. So in your future careers, think hard and then dare to stand up and say, in the light of evidence, I have changed my mind. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Ms. Guthrie, you inspire us with your grit, courage, and accomplishments in the auto race industry and as a notable change agent in society. Your fortitude in the face of prejudice and indifference to gender stereotypes opened the racing world to future generations of women. By your example, you embolden girls and women to pursue and excel in their chosen fields, from engineering and science to professional sports. The University of Michigan is excited to present to you the honorary degree, Doctor of Laws. Congratulations.
First, I'd like to offer my thanks to the Board of Regents, to President Schlissel, and to David Gerdes, Chair of the Physics Department, and other members of the Physics Department for this amazing honor. I did love studying physics at the University of Michigan, where I had wonderful professors whom I will never forget. Second, I want to congratulate this year's graduates and wish them the best as they launch into a new world. It will be a completely different world from the one I encountered in 1960, but one thing will be the same: finding your way into what you love best to do. Lastly, I must mention the background of what brought me to this unexpected moment and how it might relate to the world you graduates will find. By 1960, I already had a commercial pilot's license and flight instructor's rating, and it had never occurred to me that being a woman was a disability. I spent the early part of my life working and playing in so-called men's fields, and it wasn't until I got my big chance at the top levels of motorsport that I discovered how widespread was the opinion that women were incapable of such things. Now, here is my point. Women have always done extraordinary things, and then they are forgotten, and then they are denied ever to have existed. The first woman that I know of to have competed in a motor race against men did so successfully in 1898. It seems that each generation of women has had to reinvent the wheel, which can be problematic. In the last decade or two, women's history has started to surface a little more, and we see more women in positions of prestige. I hope that you graduates will consider that history and help to continue in a different mode. Thank you.
Mr. Stevenson, we are inspired by your devotion to helping the poor and incarcerated. You have toppled unjust laws and advanced social justice by successfully challenging the death penalty and excessive punishment in the courts. You have expanded and reshaped our national narrative about race through your teaching and writing and by envisioning and erecting new historic landmarks. With gratitude for your unflinching determination to achieve a more inclusive and equitable society, the University of Michigan proudly presents to you the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters.
Thank you, Board of Regents, the President, faculty of this extraordinary institution, and mostly the students, my classmates. I am so thrilled and honored to be with you and to receive this degree and to be part of this extraordinary experience. When I was a kid coming up, I was often warned by my parents and grandparents that people will judge you by the company you keep. It was a judgment and not a positive one, I think, about some of my friends and the people I would play with. And I just wish they were here today, because if they were, I would remind them that they told me that people are going to judge me by the company I keep. And today I could not be in better company than to be with all of you, graduates of this historic and extraordinary institution, the University of Michigan. Thank you all so much for this recognition and this degree.
Mononymous, a person who has achieved such great success and acclaim that they can be recognized by a single name: Madonna, Gilda, Brady, Bo, Twyla. As the husband to a professional dancer, and on behalf of the entire University of Michigan family, particularly those of our School of Music, Theater, and Dance, it is a great honor to welcome Ms. Twyla Tharp. Ms. Tharp, through your dance company, as a dancer and one of the world's most prolific choreographers, you have thrilled the world for more than 5 decades, sharing a lifelong passion for communicating and building community through dance. You developed a performance vocabulary that draws from many sources and have created a distinctive interpretive language for dance that inspires new generations of dancers. The University of Michigan is pleased to recognize your legendary contribution to dance and American culture and to present to you the honorary degree, Doctor of Fine Arts.
Thank you to the university for this honor and the kind words. As for you graduates, you're going to have fun. Good luck.
Mr. Toy, throughout your life, you have been a champion of justice and role model for all who wish to lead. Known for your moral clarity and gentle dignity, you have persistently worked to create an equitable society. Thanks to your vision and courage, LGBTQ students at U of M and institutions of higher learning across the country have access to resources, services, scholarships, and programs that celebrate their identities and honor their experiences. The University of Michigan is proud to recognize your many contributions and to confer upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters.
I offer my humble and hearty thanks to the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan and President Schlissel for conferring upon me this honor. And I offer my congratulations to all the graduates and wish them well in their life journey. Receiving the honor of such a degree brings with it an obligation and responsibility to work for social justice and equity. I invite all of us to join in discharging this obligation and responsibility.
By the authority of the state of Michigan, vested in the Regents, and by them delegated to me, I now confer upon you University of Michigan honorary doctorates and admit you to all its rights, honors, and privileges.
Hello, I'm Amanda Kaplan, and I'm graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy. I've recently been asked, what will you miss most about Michigan? Personally, I'll miss living with 9 of my best friends and running into other friends all across campus. I invite you to share your answers on social media using the hashtag #MGoGrad. I've also been asked another question. How should we remember this year? We lost a lot. We did not have normal in-person classes, in-person events with student organizations, football in the big house, or a presidential debate on our campus. However, I believe there is a way to look at loss and grief such that it is not maddening or depressing, but uplifting and even empowering. On the recently released Disney Plus television show, WandaVision, the superhero character Vision says, "What is grief if not love persevering?" Grief only exists if love was present. We feel grief because we knew love. We feel sadness because we knew happiness. We feel loneliness because we knew community and camaraderie.
From this perspective, the grief of losing a normal senior year is not the absence of experiences. It's recognizing previous experiences filled with love. Of 3 or more years of dynamic in-class discussion, powerful community advocacy, amazing student organization events, beautiful art and music shows, thrilling sports games, and so much more, all of which has persevered through this year, albeit in new ways. Because of this, we have a love for Michigan no class before us or after us will have. It's paradoxical. Our love for Michigan is greater because of all that we have lost. And in the future, whether seeking a promotion, championing a cause, inventing a new product, or researching for a cure, we will inevitably face disappointment, failure, and grief. We can be upset, or we can stop, reflect, and remember that these lows are only possible because our lives are filled with so much happiness, progress, and love. So, class of 2021, here's to a pandemic-free future, but one that is still filled with sadness, and therefore happiness, solitude, and therefore community, loss, and thus the perseverance of love. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2021, and always go blue. And now, it is my absolute honor to introduce Bryan Stevenson, civil rights lawyer, social justice advocate, founder and executive director of the Equal Justice Initiative. Welcome, Mr. Stevenson.
Thank you, Amanda. I'm so thrilled to have this opportunity to share with all of you. I had the great privilege many, many years ago of teaching at the University of Michigan Law School, and I would make the trip to Ann Arbor, and there was such a wonderful spirit, energy in the community, and I wish we could all be there together today. But it's been a really challenging time. I've spent my career standing next to the poor, the accused, the convicted, and the condemned. I've been focused on how do we deal with the justice deficit in our country, around the world. And I've never been more concerned about that than I am now. This horrific pandemic has exposed the many challenges we face all across the planet in creating better opportunities for people who are marginalized and excluded. And it's easy to be discouraged in this moment when we don't even get to come together for something as significant and momentous as your commencement. It's easy to be discouraged, but I have great hope, and my hope resides in you. I know that so many of you at this moment are deeply committed to finding a path forward. I know that many of you want to use your degrees to create more opportunities, to do something about inequality, to do something about the problems that have created so much division and despair. I want to use my minutes just to kind of encourage you to do that. We have never needed more people committed to changing the world than we need today. We have so many difficulties and challenges that have to be faced. I've worked in the criminal justice system throughout my career. I've seen things in this country that have made me very worried. Our prison population has gone from about 300,000 in 1972 to 2.2 million today. The United States has the highest rate of incarceration in the world. We have nearly 5 million people on probation or parole. 70 million Americans have criminal arrest histories. We've done terrible things to women, where the percentage of women sent to jails and prisons has increased 800% in the last 25 years. A generation of children are born into families where there's so much violence and despair. The Bureau of Justice has projected that 1 in 3 black male babies born in this country is expected to go to jail or prison. And these data have created a society where we see so many carceral instincts, where we see police violence, where we see despair, where there's indifference to climate change, and these problems can overwhelm us. And I don't want to spend my time talking about problems. I want to spend my time talking about solutions, because I believe that you are critical to how we move forward, how we change things. I believe you have to help us change the world. And the first thing I think you're going to have to do to advance that goal is I believe we're all going to have to commit to getting proximate. This year of isolation, this year of social distancing has been difficult, but it's been especially difficult for the people who live in the margins of our society, for the poor, the excluded, the neglected. And I believe that with these degrees, we have to commit ourselves, whether we're engineers or lawyers or engaged in teaching or the sciences, the art, whatever our passion, we have to commit to getting closer to the poor, the excluded, the neglected, the marginalized, because it's in proximity to those communities that we begin to understand things we need to understand about how change happens, how justice grows, how we create healthier communities. Proximity is key to your capacity, your ability to make a difference. Sometimes our elected officials create solutions to problems that aren't effective, and that's because they've been crafted from distant spaces. Scientists understand that to make innovation, to actually see things and have progress, we have to understand intimately what we are studying. We are all dealing with the COVID virus, and we have a vaccine to that virus because our researchers have been so intimately pulling apart the nature of the virus that they've come up with this vaccine. Well, injustice requires the same kind of intervention. Inequality requires the same commitment. We've got to get outside the spaces and the communities that are sometimes comfortable and easy and go into the places where there's suffering and despair. You know, I talk about proximity not because of something I've read or researched. I talk about it because it's what I've learned. It's what's prompted me. It was my proximity to people on death row that taught me that we have a criminal justice system that treats you better if you're rich and guilty than if you're poor and innocent. It was being with the condemned that helped me understand how there were people in this country literally dying for legal assistance, and that proximity shaped and altered my career. It intensified my commitment, and that same kind of response is awaiting you when you position yourself among those who are struggling. My grandmother taught me about proximity. My grandmother was an amazing woman who was the daughter of people who were enslaved. She was the classic African-American matriarch. She was tough, she was strong, but she was kind and she was loving. My grandmother was a force of nature. She was the end of every argument in our family, but she was also the start of a lot of arguments in our family. My grandmother had this way about her that drew you near her, but when integration came to our community, she'd never dealt with that before. And she started doing this thing that I'd never seen before. She started coming up to me and she began giving me these hugs, and she would squeeze me so tightly, I thought she was trying to hurt me. Then she'd see me an hour later and she'd say, "Brian, do you still feel me hugging you?" And if I said no, she would jump on me again. And so by the time I was 10, my grandmother had taught me every time I would see her, the first thing I would say is, "Mama, I always feel you hugging me." And she'd smile this smile, but I didn't appreciate what she was teaching me until I got much older. My grandmother worked as a domestic her whole life. She lived into her 90s, but when she got in her 90s, she fell one day and she broke her hip. And then she was diagnosed with cancer, and my grandmother was dying. I was in college at the time, and I went to see her, and it was so hard for me to say goodbye. She was on her bed. I knew it was going to be my last conversation. And I just sat there, and I held her hand, and I just poured my heart out. Her eyes were closed. I wasn't sure she could even hear what I was saying, but I just kept talking, and eventually I knew it was time for me to leave. I didn't want to go, but I knew I had to. I stood up to take a step away, and that's the moment when my grandmother squeezed my hand, and then she opened her eyes, and she looked at me. And the last thing my grandmother said to me, she said, "Brian, do you still feel me hugging you?" And then she said, "I want you to know I'm always going to be hugging you." So many of you would not be here today if people who love you, people who support you, people who care about you hadn't embraced you. And I know that you appreciate the power of those embraces. And the same way that so many of you have been allowed to do the things you've done because someone wrapped their arms around you and affirmed your value and worth, that same gift that you've been given, I want to encourage you to give it to others, and not just the people in your families. When we go into places where people have been pushed down, where people have been told their lives have no meaning and purpose, when we stand with people who have been convicted, thrown away, marginalized, excluded, and we affirm their humanity and dignity, we do something that increases the justice quotient on the planet. You should not underestimate the power of embracing people who have been discriminated against, who have been excluded, who have been marginalized, and affirming their humanity and dignity. There's power in proximity. And when you choose to get proximate, you'll begin to see the things that can be achieved when we commit to justice. But it's not going to be enough. We're going to have to change the narratives that have so undermined healthy thinking in our nation, on the planet. We've got so many places in the world where we're governed by the politics of fear and anger. There are politicians all over the world that preach fear and anger. And they want us afraid and angry because when we allow ourselves to be governed by fear and anger, we tolerate things we shouldn't tolerate. We accept things we shouldn't accept. Fear and anger are the essential ingredients of oppression. of abuse, of mistreatment of others. Go anywhere on the planet where people are being menaced and targeted and treated unfairly. If you ask the oppressors why they do what they do, they can give you a narrative of fear and anger. It's what was behind the Holocaust. It's what was behind the Rwandan genocide. It's what we see in places of the world where people are so unjustly treated. We have to push against these narratives of fear and anger. We saw it in this country when a generation ago, our politicians said that people who suffer from addiction and dependency are criminals, and we use the criminal justice system to respond to that population when we should have recognized that addiction and dependency are health problems, and we need a health care response. That narrative has to change. I believe we have to change the narrative about race in this country. I don't think we're free. I think we're burdened by a history of racial inequality that has so contaminated the atmosphere that it's created a kind of smog. And whether you live and work in Michigan, or whether you live on the West Coast or the East Coast or the South, if you live in this country, you live in a space where there are these contaminants in the air created by our long history of racial injustice. And many people have argued that these things will eventually dissipate, but I don't believe that. I think we're going to actually have to clean the environment. We're going to have to do some things. We're going to have to talk about things that we haven't talked about before. I think we have to talk about the fact that in the United States, we live in a post-genocide society. I think what happened to indigenous people when Europeans came to this continent was a genocide. We killed millions of native people. We took their land, we kept their words, but we made the people leave. It was a genocide. Millions died through famine and war and disease, but we never called it that. We created a constitution that talked about equality and justice, but we didn't extend those commitments to indigenous people. And we did that because we created a narrative of racial difference. We said that native people are savages. They don't get the protections, and that narrative of racial difference insulated them from the justice that we talk so much about. And it was that same narrative of racial difference that we used to justify 2.5 centuries of slavery. And the great evil of American slavery wasn't involuntary servitude. It wasn't forced labor. The real evil of American slavery was the narrative we created that was used to justify enslavement. Enslavers didn't want to feel immoral or unjust or unchristian, so they created this false narrative that black people aren't as good as white people, that black people aren't fully human, that black people aren't fully evolved, that black people are less capable, less worthy, less deserving, and the legacy of that narrative still confronts us today. The North won the Civil War, but the South won the narrative war. These ideas of racial hierarchy, of white supremacy survived the passage of the 13th Amendment, which talked about ending involuntary servitude and forced labor, but said nothing about ending narratives of racial difference, ideologies of white supremacy and racial hierarchy. And because of that, I don't think slavery ended in 1865. I think it just evolved. It led to a tragic century where black people in this country were pulled from their homes. They were taken and beaten and drowned and murdered and burned. They were lynched, sometimes on the courthouse lawn. And that violence is something that we haven't acknowledged. Older people of color come up to me sometimes. They say, Mr. Stevenson, I get angry when I hear somebody on TV talking about how we're dealing with domestic terrorism for the first time in our nation's history after 9/11. They said, we grew up with terrorism. We haven't acknowledged the fact that the demographic geography of this nation was shaped by an era of racial terror. The black people in Detroit, in Cleveland, in Chicago, in Los Angeles, and Oakland didn't go to those communities as immigrants looking for new economic opportunities. Most went there as refugees and exiles from terror in the American South. And that presumption of dangerousness and guilt that burdened those communities is still with us today. And even though we had that heroic civil rights movement, even though so many have done so much, today, even as a University of Michigan graduate, it breaks my heart to have to tell you that you can be talented, you can be gifted, you can be on the dean's list, you can be a scholar of the first order, you can be an outstanding engineer, you're going to be a great teacher, you can be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. But I will tell you that if you're black or brown, you will go places where you're going to have to navigate a presumption of dangerousness and guilt. And that's not right. It's not fair. It needs to change. And because of that, this narrative has to change. We have to commit to an era of truth-telling in this country. We're going to have to talk about things we haven't talked about before. In South Africa, they recognized that there had to be truth and reconciliation after apartheid. In Germany, you can't go 200 meters without seeing markers and stones placed next to the homes of Jewish families that were abducted
during the Holocaust. There's a Holocaust memorial in the center of Berlin, and you're encouraged to go there. There are no Adolf Hitler statues in Germany. It'd be unconscionable to celebrate and memorialize those who were the perpetrators of the Holocaust, the architects of the Third Reich. But in this country, we're just beginning to reckon with the iconography that litters the landscape, that celebrates those who defended white supremacy and slavery. That has to change. And I don't talk about this because I want to punish our country for this history. I'm not interested in punishment. My interest is in liberation. I tell you that I believe there is something better waiting for us than police violence, than racism, than exclusion, than bigotry, than white supremacy. There is something better waiting for us, something better that feels more like freedom and equality and justice. But to get there, we are all going to have to change this narrative. We're going to have to confront the fear and anger. We're going to have to talk about these things. Third, you have to stay hopeful. I know this is a great and glorious day, but it's still easy in this era to become hopeless, and you have to fight against that. Hopelessness is the enemy of justice. Injustice prevails where hopelessness persists. Your hope is your superpower. It's the thing that will get some of you to stand up when others say sit down. Some of you are going to have to speak when others say be quiet, and your willingness to do that will be key to our capacity, your capacity to change the world. Fourth and finally, I want you to get proximate. I want you to change narratives. I want you to stay hopeful. But I also want you to do something difficult. We cannot create more justice. We cannot change the world if we're unwilling to do things that are uncomfortable and inconvenient. You're going to have to do uncomfortable things. You're going to have to do inconvenient things. You're going to have to go places that are not always easy and inviting. But when you do that, you join the tradition of so many that have made a difference in the world, that have pushed justice forward. I give talks, and I was giving a talk in a church, and I was in there, and this older black man came into the church. He was in a wheelchair, and he was sitting in the back, and he was staring at me really intensely. He had this kind of stern look on his face. And I couldn't figure out, why is this man looking at me so harshly? And I got through my talk, and people came up. They were very nice and appropriate, but that older black man was sitting back there in that wheelchair. And finally, when everybody else left, he wheeled himself to the front of the church, and he came up to me, and he said, "Do you know what you're doing?" And I just stood there. And then he asked me again, he said, "Do you know what you're doing?" I just mumbled something. And then he asked me one last time. He said, "Do you know what you're doing?" And then that older man looked at me. He said, "I'm going to tell you what you're doing." And then he said, "You're beating the drum for justice. You keep beating the drum for justice." And I was so moved. I was also really relieved because I just didn't know what was about to happen. Then that man grabbed me by my jacket and he pulled me into his wheelchair and he said, "Come here, come here, come here, I'm going to show you something." And this man turned his head. He said, "You see this cut I have behind my right ear?" He said, "I got that cut in Greene County, Alabama, in 1963, trying to register black people to vote." He turned his head. He said, "You see the scar I have behind my other ear?" He said, "I got that scar in Philadelphia, Mississippi, 1964, trying to register black people to vote." He turned his head. He said, "You see this bruise?" He says, that dark spot, that's my bruise. Got my bruise in Birmingham, Alabama, 1965, trying to register people to vote." That's when this man turned to me. He says, "I'm going to tell you something, young man." He said, "People look at me. They think I'm some old man sitting in a wheelchair covered with cuts and bruises and scars." He said, "But I'm going to tell you something." He said, "These are not my cuts. These are not my bruises. These are not my scars." He said, "These are my medals of honor." I am so honored to be with you today. I'm a lawyer who does really simple things in many ways. I believe that each of us is more than the worst thing we've ever done. I stand with the accused and the condemned because I believe that if you tell a lie, you're not just a liar. If you take something, you're not just a thief. Even if you kill someone, you're not just a killer. I'm with you today because I believe that the opposite of poverty is not wealth. I think sometimes we talk too much about money. I believe that the opposite of poverty is justice. And finally, I'm with you today because I believe, graduates of the University of Michigan, that if we commit to getting proximate, if we change narratives, if we stay hopeful, if we do uncomfortable things, we can change the world. And our world is in need of change. It's in need of greater opportunity, greater equity, greater justice. I'm excited, so honored to be with you, and I just want to wish each and every one of you the very, very best. What an honor to be part of your graduating class. Thank you all.
I'm so proud of the class of 2021. We shall now publicly recognize candidates for degrees in the schools and colleges of the university. We are joined today by the deans or dean's representatives in the order of founding of our schools and colleges. They will present their graduating classes and members of the University of Michigan class of 2021.
Hello, I'm Ann Curzan, Dean of the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts. I'm honored to recognize and celebrate the LSA class of 2021. Our graduates have explored the wonders of the natural world and the complexities of the human experience. They are rigorous, analytic problem solvers who have also honed their skills as empathetic thinkers, striving to understand the world from perspectives different from their own. They represent nearly 100 majors from more than 40 different departments and programs. Our graduates know the power of questions, of science, of the arts to help us create a better, more equitable world. Our graduates are already creating positive, purposeful change in the world, and I can hardly wait to see how they will help us learn from this moment in history and do better. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts.
Hello, and welcome to the University of Michigan's Spring Commencement. I'm Marshall Runge, Dean of the Medical School, and I'd like to share some recent events occurring over the past year. Many of our clinical faculty have been on the front line of the pandemic, responding since we admitted our first COVID-19 patient on March 10, 2020. More recently, faculty and support staff have been involved in our vaccine program, administering vaccines to all of our healthcare workers. Our medical students, not to be left out, were equally active, establishing a student-driven volunteer group called the M-Response Corps. They did whatever was needed, including delivering groceries to medically vulnerable, a child care brigade that helped with child care for those working in the hospital, and they delivered protocol training for the use of PPE to over 18,000 staff. Frankly, I don't know how we could have trained so many staff without their invaluable help. Many of our students transitioned to virtual learning with a gradual return back to clinical rotations when conditions were safe. We also used virtual interviewing to identify our next class of medical students, graduate students, and residents. And while we had completely ramped down research activities when the pandemic hit, we are now back up to 100% capacity. And in fact, many of our research teams are conducting COVID-19 related studies. Truly, it has been an exceptional year in so many ways. My sincerest congratulations to all of you who graduate this historic year. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the medical school on May 14th, 2021.
Congratulations, class of 2021. On behalf of the law school faculty and administration, it gives me great pleasure to recognize and celebrate those students receiving their professional degrees at the University of Michigan Law School. Graduating students, each of you as spectacular individuals is part of a tradition, an idea, a history, and now part of an incredibly vibrant, welcoming community of alumni around the world and future alumni who will follow in your footsteps. From all of us at Michigan Law, we're proud of you and all you've achieved. You are our history makers and our future. You now define who we are to the world. Keep close to the friends you've made here. Take care of yourselves and each other. May you each find success, however you choose to define it, in the years ahead. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I look forward to presenting in the very near future the candidates for the degrees offered by the law school.
It's my honor and privilege to present the class of 2021 receiving degrees in dental hygiene, doctors of dental surgery, masters of science, and doctors of philosophy. Graduates, you came from 61 colleges, 22 states, and 10 countries. Now, many of you will go on to work in public service, providing care for the underserved. Many of you will embrace further education in specialties, graduate programs, or residencies. All of you have the distinction of spending your entire 2 to 7 years with us while ranked the #1 school of dentistry in the U.S. All of you will join the more than 10,000 living alumni from our school, and all of you will be leaders in your communities. Collectively, you are the future of the oral health profession. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for degrees offered by the School of Dentistry.
University of Michigan College of Pharmacy graduating class of 2021, we celebrate you today for a number of reasons. You stepped up during one of the most difficult periods of our history. You made hand sanitizer for our community when it was scarce. You pushed forward with your education during lockdown. You were the first back on campus to restart your vital research, and you are now on the front lines vaccinating our community. Whether you are entering the workforce or continuing your education and training, remember that you are never far from where you once called home, and you will always be part of our pharmacy family. You already stand among the leaders and best, and you will continue to do so as Michigan Pharmacy alumni. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the College of Pharmacy.
2021 Michigan engineers, congratulations. Hail to your excellence and your resilience. You are graduating from the first public university to award engineering degrees, where today, women represent nearly half of our leadership, where every ranked graduate and undergraduate program is in the top 10, and with 90,000 alumni, including the creators of Google and the iPhone. Robots are amazing problem solvers, but not as good as you. You are intellectually curious and socially conscious. You can prevent the next pandemic, invent a great company that is both successful and equitable, and ensure technology unites, not divides. So, serve the common good, go blue, and Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the College of Engineering.
Pursuing a Rackham graduate degree is demanding at any time, given your numerous responsibilities as students. That, of course, was amplified amid the challenges of the past year. And so today, you have earned not just your degree from the University of Michigan, but something more. You have earned a degree of admiration, as well as a degree of gratitude for the flexibility, determination, and persistence you displayed, particularly in this last phase of your academic journey. I offer my congratulations and best wishes for all that lies ahead. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the Horace H. Rackham School of Graduate Studies.
I'm Jonathan Massey, Dean at the A. Alfred Taubman College of Architecture and Urban Planning, where we prototype new building methods, plan for just cities, and build better futures. The past year has brought out with greater intensity than ever the strength, commitment, and resilience that our students have shown throughout their time at Michigan. They stepped up to join faculty and staff in planning for this unprecedented year, and they co-created our framework for remote and hybrid learning. They founded Design Justice Actions, a campaign that connects with leading national activists to advance diversity, equity, inclusion, and justice within our culture and our curriculum. Some even designed and modeled hazmat suits that expressed the risks, fears, and hopes for the ways we interact during COVID. My colleagues and I are proud of our students for their academic, personal, and professional achievements. We know that they will fan out across the nation and the globe to transform buildings, cities, and communities. Made at Michigan, they are built for the world. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the Taubman College of Architecture and Urban Planning.
Today, we honor the graduates of the School of Education Centennial Class. The class of 2021 leads us into our second century as a school committed to developing civically engaged children, youth, and adults for a diverse, inclusive, and just society. They carry on a legacy of education innovation that began over 140 years ago in 1879, when this university established the first chair of teacher preparation in the country. That program became a school in 1921, and our distinguished graduates continue to lead the nation and world in research, teaching, and public scholarship. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the School of Education.
Hello,
From the Stephen M. Ross School of Business, I am Scott DeRue, and I've had the privilege of serving as dean of an incredible community of dedicated faculty, staff, and students. Today, we celebrate this graduating class, the class of 2021, who have shown passion, dedication, and resilience, who have stood up for justice, who have exemplified our values and inspired us with their powerful cause and commitment to action, who have created innovative companies and given their time and talent to support organizations facing the challenges of the pandemic. They have earned their place at the most prestigious companies and organizations around the world. They will define the next frontiers of business, and they are and always will be the leaders and best. It is with great pride that I say, Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the Stephen M. Ross School of Business.
Students at the School for Environment and Sustainability are meeting the future. They're tackling the world's greatest challenges: climate change, energy, food systems, water, conservation. They're shaping the future of mobility and the built environment. All of this with justice at the core. The class of 2021 has shown themselves to be especially resilient as they faced and overcame obstacles that a global pandemic imposed. I am confident that each of them will embody the kind of leadership we need to create a more just and sustainable world. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the School for Environment and Sustainability.
School of Music, Theater, and Dance 2021 graduates, congratulations. Today, you join over 11,000 SMTD alumni who perform around the world, teach in studios and classrooms, design costume sets and innovative technologies, conduct creative research, and transform communities, and includes recipients of the Pulitzer Prize, the National Medal of Arts, the MacArthur Genius Grant, and multiple Oscar, Emmy, Tony, Grammy, and Golden Globe Awards. And now you join this extraordinary network of artistic leaders. During your time at Michigan, you have explored and honed your craft through hundreds of performances and public events. This year alone, you reached over 210,000 viewers across digital platforms. Entrepreneurial ventures, including the 72 projects that you launched through SMTD's Excel Lab, and original research and creative work, dissertations and journal articles, compositions, new plays, and choreographies. Your irrepressible creative energy has brought us all so much joy, and your dedication to addressing issues of racial and social justice through the power of the performing arts is inspiring. You are ready to take the next step, and we can't wait to see what you will do. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the School of Music, Theater, and Dance.
Congratulations, class of 2021. The School of Nursing celebrates your achievements at a pivotal moment for our patients and communities who rely on us. Our faculty, alumni, and students have been on the front line of COVID care for over a year and now volunteer to lead vaccination efforts across Michigan, including underserved communities. Our research continues to address health disparities in the U.S. and globally with the goal of improving access and quality of care for people of color, sexual and gender minorities, and the economically disadvantaged. Through hours of work under extraordinary circumstances, you have earned a degree that signifies to your colleagues, patients, and the public that you are among the most highly skilled nursing clinicians and scholars in the world. Each test that you confronted tells a tale of your character, intelligence, and compassion. You have succeeded, and you are ready, even for unanticipated and unexplored paths. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty and staff, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the School of Nursing.
I'm Du Bois Bowman, and I serve as Dean of the School of Public Health. Over the last 14 months, it has been my privilege to watch the class of 2021 respond to the COVID-19 pandemic and become public health leaders. To our graduates, when you started your time at our school, I'm sure you didn't envision how our world would change while you were here. But I've witnessed you use your skills and training to serve communities and address the pandemic locally, within our state, across the country, and throughout the globe. You have led contact tracing efforts on campus, contributed to mathematical models used by health officials to manage the pandemic, helped the Michigan State Youth Soccer Association develop a plan for reopening, and so much more. You've also used your voices and training to advance racial justice and health equity. I have no doubt that you're ready to go out and make your mark on the world. You are the public health leaders we need, and I can't wait to see how you'll continue to make a positive impact on the health and well-being of populations for years to come. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the School of Public Health.
Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations, graduates. I am Lynn Videka, the Dean of the School of Social Work. 2021 marks the centennial celebration of the school, the #1 school of social work in the country. This graduating class exemplifies the school's excellence. These students have lived, learned, and served on the front lines of the pandemic during one of the most disruptive periods of American history. They have done so with dedication, skill, and accomplishment. Today we celebrate 93 graduates who have earned their MSWs, including 5 who have completed dual degrees. We also celebrate 3 graduates who have earned their PhDs. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the School of Social Work.
At the School of Information, we create and share knowledge so that people will use information with technology to build a better world. Over the past year, our school rose united to face the challenges of a global pandemic. Building on our experience with distance learning, we increased access to education through our online Master of Data Science program. A team of UMSI faculty and students helped create the MI Safe Start dashboard for the state of Michigan to track COVID-19 indicators. The university's Academic Women's Caucus recognized our efforts to increase faculty diversity. Above all, we dedicated ourselves to ensuring that our 1,000+ students would still receive an exceptional education, preparing them to be information leaders to build a better world. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the University of Michigan School of Information.
Our graduates will inspire and excite the world with new and rich experiences. Our graduates will empathetically engage and lead communities in social and cultural change. Our graduates will imagine and create different futures, especially in times of adversity. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degree offered by the Penny W. Sam School of Art and Design.
The School of Kinesiology is in a perpetual state of motion. Over the past century, we've grown from a department to a division to a school. Over the past decade, our National Academy of Kinesiology rankings have risen from 5th to 3rd to 1st. And over the past year, we've moved into the heart of Central Campus. Kinesiology graduates, you are a driving force behind this upward momentum. You have learned and grown in our 126 classes. You have questioned and discovered in our 24 research labs and centers, and you have developed your leadership and service skills in our 16 student-led organizations. You exemplify what it means to challenge the idle state, and we can't wait to see what you will do next. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for the degrees offered by the School of Kinesiology.
I'm Michael Barr, the Joan and Sanford Weill Dean of the Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy. The Ford School is a community dedicated to the public good. Today, I am honored to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of our outstanding Ford School graduating students. Our graduates are talented, engaged, ethical leaders. They chose the Ford School because they care about the greater good. They worked hard at Michigan, and they worked together. They graduate today prepared with the analytic, leadership, writing, and communication skills needed to help solve our world's urgent public challenges. Mr. President, on behalf of our faculty, I proudly present the candidates for the degrees offered by the Ford School. Go Blue!
By the authority of the state of Michigan, vested in the regents, and by them delegated to me, I now confer upon you University of Michigan degrees on behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan. Congratulations on your graduation. I now welcome our graduates to the community of scholars. We look forward to benefiting from the contributions your education has prepared you to make in our world. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Michigan Marching Band.
Congratulations. Breathe in this moment. You may be only minutes into having joined our great family of 634,888 living U of M alums, but you have now begun what will be a lifetime journey of making your mark, your positive difference in the world. Although few could have predicted the remarkable and often difficult journey we've endured together for the past year, and so much has changed, there's one thing that has not. Today, with your Michigan education, your opportunity to make a difference is greater than it was yesterday. Although you are now leaving the university, your connection to this place will last forever. When you leave today, you may journey across town or across the country, or even around the world. Wherever your life's journey takes you, I assure you, you will find your Michigan alumni family there, helping you make a difference. Today, you add to the proud tradition of University of Michigan alums. You are the leaders. You are the best. So congratulations from and welcome to your Alumni Association. Go Blue! And now, musical theater class of 2021, over to you.
Hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and best. Hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the champions of the world.
Hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and best. Hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the champions of the West. Go Blue! Go Blue! It's great to be a Michigan Wolf. Go Blue! It's great to be a Michigan Wolf. Go Blue! It's great to be a Michigan Wolf. It's great to be a Michigan. Let's go Blue! Hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and best. Hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the champions of the West. Hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail to the
To Michigan, the champions of the West. Go Blue!
Hi there. I've come to the place that I feel most comfortable in the world to send you off in style with my friend Gunther.
Congratulations. You've had many bonding experiences this past few years, and we're going to salute you.
Go Blue!
Go Blue.
Congratulations, Wolverines, on your amazing achievement of graduating from the University of Michigan. I know you will continue to go out and do great things in the world, and you will always and forever go Blue.
Hello, class of 2021. Congratulations on graduating. As a professor, I couldn't be more proud of and happy for your accomplishments, especially during these unbelievably challenging times. Now, go out and change the world. We will be behind you, cheering you on every step of the way. So for today, goodbye. For tomorrow, good luck. And forever, go Blue.
Well done, class of 2021. We are so proud of you. Now go out and show the world what victors are made of. Go Blue.
Today marks the next step in your journey. So take time to enjoy this moment. Soak it in, because tomorrow you take those bold next steps. And I cannot wait to see what becomes of your journeys. Thank you all for allowing me to be part of your special day. And always keep standing tall for Michigan.
Congratulations, 2021 graduates. You've achieved this feat during the hardest challenge of our lifetime, and we're sure you will succeed at anything you try in your future.
Congratulations, class of 2021, on your well-deserved graduation. I'm so honored to be included in the excitement of your graduation. Best wishes on your next adventure. Go Blue.
Hello, everyone. Proud Wolverine and Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot here to give a huge congratulations to the University of Michigan's class of 2021. You should all be immensely proud of yourselves and your achievements, especially given the year that we've all just had. And I can't wait to see what you go on to accomplish. As always, go Blue.
Class of 2021, congratulations. This is a special day to celebrate all that you have accomplished during your time in Ann Arbor. Cherish the memories you have made, appreciate the relationships you have developed, be proud of your accomplishments. Always remember, you are the leaders and the best, and forever, go Blue.
Michigan to victory, every man and every play. Michigan expects her varsity to win today. Rock, 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 win for Michigan. Varsity down the field, never yield, raise high our shield. March on to victory for Michigan. And the nation of varsity, we're for you, here for you, to cheer for you. We have no fear for you, oh varsity. Varsity down the field, never yield, raise high our shield. March on to victory for Michigan. And the nation of varsity, we're for you, here for you, to cheer for you. We have no fear for you, oh varsity. Now for cheer, they're here triumphant. Here they come with banners flying, in stalwarts and their nine, with shouts of victory crying. We hurrah, hurrah, we greet you now. Here they come with banners flying, in stalwarts and their nine, with shouts of victory crying. We hurrah, hurrah, we greet you now. For we their praises sing, for the glory and fame they have brought us. Now let the bells them ring, for here they come with banners flying. For we their praises tell, for the glory and fame they have brought us. Now let the bells them ring, for here they come with banners flying. Here they come, hurrah! Hail to the victors valley, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and blessed. Hail to the victors valley, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan, the champions of the West.
Woke up on the right side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my head? Hands up if you're down to get down tonight. 'Cause it's always a good time.